Ah,
Insight in the building.
what up? What up,
How you
Freddy? What up?
what up? How you doing, bro?
Good, good. It's been a minute.
It's been a very long time, man. How you
Yeah.
doing?
All right, man. Just working on stuff like I always do. I see you do.
Absolutely.
See you doing your thing over there.
I'm trying, man. Just trying to get creative, man. You know what I mean? Trying to keep my mind busy because I'm one of those guys that just needs to be constantly doing things. So, and this is working out pretty well, man. Insight, thank you so much for joining me, man, on the low theory. I appreciate it.
No doubt. I got you, man.
Appreciate that, man. Send Edo a message, man, so we can get him tapped in as well.
Yeah, he's aware. I just spoke with him. He's headed back to his spot, so pretty sure
Okay.
he got the notification. He'll jump in.
Okay, word. Well, let's get it started, man. So, Sight, we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
A long time, bro. And we can dive into the history, but what I really wanted to talk about, because on the low theory, I keep it sweet and concise. You know what I mean? I really want to talk about what's happening next week with you and Ed O.G dropping this joint album. So, how did this collaboration happen? You and Edo knew each other for a lot of years. How did the collab happen though for this album?
Yeah, man. Oh, there goes that right there. He just
Okay,
jumped
let
on.
me send him a request,
All right.
and then I can re-ask the question. So you
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Ed O.G,
Peace.
peace, homie. Thank you for joining me on the Low Theory.
No doubt. I'm in
Appreciate
here.
that.
Let me turn
Yeah.
y'all up. All right.
All right. Yeah, Freddie's my man. Like I known him since just Ed. Like I known him for like a long time. He used to come through the studio like way back in the day.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
All the
salute,
shows,
salute,
all that.
man.
Yeah,
Salute to you, my
Salute,
brother.
salute.
he's yeah.
Yeah, Ed, I met you a few times too, man, just outside of shows when I used to rap and everything. But
Yeah.
obviously you bumped into a lot of people, but we're all from Massachusetts,
Yeah,
so
exactly. You're gonna run into each other.
you
It's
already
only
know.
it's only so many shows.
You already know that. Exactly. But yo,
So
I was first and foremost, like I was telling Sight, thank you both for joining me on this platform that I created. It's called the Low Theory. I go live each and every Thursday with a guest, and it could be anything, but the common theme is music. We chop it up about music. And particularly with you both, I was saying to Sight, next week is a big deal because you guys have a joint album coming out. So I wanted to basically touch on that. What was the inspiration? You guys knew each other for a lot of years, but why come together this time around for this album?
um to me a site, anybody
Anybody,
to
yeah.
take it? For me, me and Sight, we knew each other for mad years, as people know. His cousin is one of my good friends that I grew up with, and around 2000, I say four, I took Sight on tour with me. We did the Master Ace tour, Long Hard Summer tour, crazy long, dope tour, and it was about 6 weeks in Europe. And me and Sight, since then, we had collaborated and did things together, you know what I'm saying? But we had talked about, doing a project together, but he ended up moving to Germany, moving to Lawrence, moving to the moon, to Jupiter. He came back. Then he started doing, his tech thing, man. So he
Right.
was, after from 2004, he did like one more tour with me, and then I didn't see this guy for like
Right.
until now.
No. to, all of a sudden 2021 he decided to pop up, huh?
Yo, he popped up in like late 2019 somewhere around there. It's just like yo,
What up?
I'm back.
I'm back. I got beats for you. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
back.
my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. And
That's
then it
crazy.
just, it really just happened organically. He had a deal with Brick Records that he was doing with them for multiple projects, because obviously if you know Sight, it's not just one project.
Right.
And this had came up, it all just kind of, happened organically. And he's like, yo, now's the time. We can actually get it done, you know what I mean, and really do it.
Yeah.
And then I just put the fire in his ass because I came over and knocked out like 5 joints the first session. And we only got 10 on the album. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
So
like
I came through and blazed it. And he was like, yo, okay, now I got to get busy. And then, you know, it was on.
yeah, it was we literally knocked it out. It didn't take long to knock it out. Like, once he came over and this we just knew how we wanted it to sound, and then that was it. You know what I mean?
Word. Now the production is all you, right, Sight?
Yeah, yeah, I did all the production on it.
Okay. What about features? Is there anybody else besides you two, or is it just you two?
It's us. The only feature is Brady Watt, who is
Yep.
a dope
That. Mm-hmm.
bassist,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop bassist, and producer as well. He's the only feature we had on there, man. I think that's all we needed, really.
Right. Right. As far as rhymes go, was there a certain topic that you wanted to touch on? Was it certain themes that you wanted to do on the album?
Uh,
Um, yeah,
yeah,
go
Or
ahead,
did you
Sight.
just
Go
go
ahead.
in and rap?
Go ahead,
I
Sight.
think we got
I gotta just close my door real quick too, because I don't
yep.
want no noise coming in. But go ahead, Sight.
I feel you. I think for me it was the the whole feel of the album was what was important. The feel of it and being sincere. Like, I think when I listened to that album, I could just hear sincerity. We don't sound like we're trying to be anything. We're not forcing no issue. It's the sincerity behind it that I enjoy. So I think people will be able to feel that. And Ed, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of came together. We didn't have no theme. We had
Yep.
no topic. He played me some beats. He sent me some beats, and we kind of gathered around them. Some of the beats had hooks, so we kind of based it off of that. Or he would say, "I'm gonna put this here," but mainly it was just us two just really coming together and really collaborating, man. And it's like the magic just came out of it, man. It was no. We didn't have no single direction. And when you listen to the album, you can listen to it 1 through 10 nonstop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
That's
there's
beautiful.
touching on a lot of a lot of topics, man, that I didn't even know until I listened back to it multiple times that we were really even talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
there's
crazy.
some themes that just came together, man.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And obviously, for those who are in tune with you guys dropped the single. What was it? It Takes Progress, right?
Yeah.
And so, is there a particular song on the album, either you or Sight or Edo, that is one of your favorites that people
Uh,
can look forward to?
my favorite. I got a couple of favorites on there. I like the last song a lot. I like all the songs for different reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
The very last song, to me, it's like a hopeful, uplifting type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
The message in the last song means a lot to me, but also the composition is kind of unique. Like, so people, it's not one of those bang you in the face kind of single joints. It's more like of a subtle, uh, you know, organization of the sound that I like. So I like it both because what we're saying and the production is like there's a point where the beat is just like when Edo's rhyming, it has like this tone, and then we kind of bring keep going on the topic, and then the octave changes. So it's
Right.
that's that. I like that, and then progress is sort of like it feels like the whole album. Like, so I like that. It just feels like the tone of the entire album feels like that kind of mood. You know what I mean? But then all the other songs I like for different reasons. Like, we got another single coming out, Choose Your Path, and that one has like a nice vibe.
Yeah.
I think in all it's a cohesive, well-rounded thing. It's not I think the album's like fine wine. It's not like We wasn't trying to be trendy or anything. It just sounds like us, just
For
a updated
sure.
version of us.
Nah, for
Um,
sure. And then the first single was filmed in the Museum of Fine Arts. So you touched on the second single. Is there going to be a visual for that?
Yeah, it's already shot. We shot that in the Museum of Science. So we
Oh, okay.
kicked it up another notch. We shot it
Okay.
yeah,
in the planetarium, so it's real fly. Got a
Ooh,
lot
with the
of dope.
with the
Oh
yeah, I
yeah,
know what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
so we kicked it up with that, and we wanted to show off, a lot of our historic and dope places that people don't shoot videos in. We're trying to give you visuals of places that you don't get to see in videos. Of course, we could do the graffiti wall. I mean,
Right.
that's it's not that hard. They're everywhere.
Right.
But we wanted to give you stuff that is just, something totally different than what you're normally used to seeing, man. So yeah, so the visuals are really crazy. A couple of my favorite songs are the Suri song, which is called titled Just Listen. That's the first song. And that just, it's just another thought-provoking record. We did a song with Suri. You know what I'm saying? We the first ones to have Suri doing a hook.
What?
We
That's
got,
crazy.
Suri going back and forth with us in the verses. So we try to do
Oh.
innovative stuff, man. Stuff that's different, man, because it's real easy for us to rap. We some of the best rappers around, period. You know what I'm saying? And rapping is what we do. That's in our blood, man. But trying to do some stuff that make you think and be like, oh wow, damn, I should have did that. Oh man, we like that kind of stuff and being innovative. And we got a lot more innovative stuff coming with this project, man. A whole list of
Yeah.
other stuff that we doing. So
Yeah, you said it right. I mean, Insight the Innovator. So it's only right for you
exactly.
guys to innovate. Absolutely. Now, yo, Ed, you've been creating music and doing music for over 30 years, which is an incredible feat. So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Now,
Salute.
how do you remain relevant? Because you are like, for instance, one of my homies, ST Knack, was on the
Yep.
interview. He's from Lynn, where I'm from, and
Yep.
he has a feature with you, and I'm like, yo, Ed's still relevant, rocking with the new guys. Like, how do you do that, bro? Being in the game for so long.
Yo, I think it's just being, consistent, putting out consistently dope projects and not straying from the norm for what people really know me for and keeping it conscious, just doing what I've been doing for 30 years. It's been working. So why switch up? Why do something else?
Mm-hmm.
If you got something
Mm-hmm.
that's working, stay in your lane, drive your speed and get there when you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my motto. And I think, a lot of the new cats respect that hustle. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, I got to get a joint with Ed, man. I got to, so a lot of young cats reach out to me, and we make it happen. If we can get to that right price. I've had a couple of instances with some of your favorite rappers in the game who charge now probably more than I charge, but my brother Terminology back in the days, he wanted to do a joint. I'm like, I gotta get paid. Oh man, I can't join the Lucas, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And these are my guys. We good guys, but they understand now when they get into a position like, man, this is what I do for a living. I don't rap for free. This is what
Right.
pays my bills.
Absolutely. Yo, and that leads me to the next question to the both of you guys. Um, Speaking of Massachusetts artists, who do you see who are the artists in Massachusetts that you feel are making a name for themselves? You mentioned Joyner, obviously Term's been grinding, but anybody else that you think is kind of making a name for themselves in Massachusetts?
like Rex, like everybody that you mentioned, and just like, I think Boston or Massachusetts has a lot of artists. You know what I mean? And you have to, everybody that's doing stuff just goes all in. It's just Massachusetts, the infrastructure, the entertainment infrastructure here forces you to have to be nice and put in work. You know what I mean? So it's hard to it's easy to leave people out of that list, so to say. I think the main thing is the people that you do know are just, they have been consistent and just on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, for me, I don't have a bunch of new names, but I definitely see all the younger cats that's putting in work, putting out videos, doing their thing. I
Mm,
try to watch as much as I could when cats are releasing videos and they from the town to see
mm.
what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of
100%.
cats that's grinding. Boston, the only problem with us still is no radio.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
that radio is what it
right.
was, but we still don't have a station supporting local artists. You
Never
know what I
really
mean?
had. Yeah, we
So
never
we
really
can
had
go
that
on that
support.
for hours and hours, but
Yep.
that's just one thing to the new cats, man. Make your presence big online and force these crappy stations here in Boston to play your shit. Force them,
Yeah,
make it a hit.
that's all.
Force them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, nah,
and
for sure.
and
And
then don't
like,
do no interviews with them. Make them pay you.
hey man, anybody who's listening to this, take that advice.
Word up,
Absolutely.
word up. You got the power. You got to remember that. You got the power, not them.
And you feel
Yep.
like nowadays, especially with the way music is going, where more so you can be independent and control everything, you think this is leading to a much better route than what it was before? Because you've seen the transition. You
Of
started back in
course.
the day when there wasn't
Of
this.
course. Yeah, when it
How
was
do you feel
nothing, when
about
it
it?
was
Right.
really extremely hard to make it. Extremely. It's like making it to the NBA. Damn
Wow.
near. Back then. To get a
Mhm.
record deal, how many people do you know that had a legit record deal? Like a
Right.
record deal from a legit record company. It's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Signing to a
Mhm.
major back then was like signing to a freaking NBA team, man. It was tough. So now I just think the kids all have the power in their hands, man. They can, do it from the crib. You look at Chief Keef, he was on house arrest making videos in his kitchen and blew up.
Right.
And now
Right.
he's a
Yeah.
millionaire. You know what I mean? So he turned that bad into good. So, these kids, they have the power to do whatever they want. And they just got to remember that they have the power. They're in control. It's
Yeah.
not
They.
the companies. Don't ever let the companies do not sell your masters. Keep all your masters, own all your classics. I wish I had that knowledge back then.
Hmm. And another angle to look at it at is the technologies in place now. So you if you master understanding how technology works, you have an advantage. Like for example, before the software companies had nothing to do with the music industry. It only took them about 4 years to develop like an end-to-end solution for music distribution and and create algorithms that run the industry. You know,
Exactly.
so if you look at the way that I was releasing records, as soon as 2004 hit, that what happened there? That was iTunes. I started studying that and writing software and trying to understand what was happening on the back end. Then 2008, now you have iPhones. So that also shifted the industry. And while I was funny stories while I was living in Europe, I was approached by the people from SoundCloud, but I was developing my own platform. And of course, throughout the years, I approached by several different other software companies to work for them. But the thing is, just taking control of the software and understanding things on the back end, you have a lot more control than you realize you do as an artist. So that's what I started doing, making a strong effort to understand how the software was being put together and infrastructure and things like that in order to change how I released records. So instead of just doing the same thing over and over, I just decided to start writing software and writing, even if it wasn't perfect, just understanding that to get me to where I am now. And so now we're in a place where people finally caught up to what I was trying to do years ago. And a lot of people don't know Ed's a tech. He's a tech head. Me and him would vibe a lot on like the future of music technology, and I showed him things that I'd be developing like 3 or 4 years before Instagram came out, or like I had already had live streaming software
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on,
He was live streaming in '04. Like this thing
yeah,
is
way
seriously, man.
before. But
Way
it was like
before.
we were like we were like ahead, like people weren't even ready for that stuff. So I
Yeah,
learned
people
to
weren't even at the crib to watch the live stream like that. It was just like they didn't even have the capacity. Like it was
yeah,
just, but he was doing it like way
yeah,
ahead of the game, man.
yeah.
No,
So
that's a fact. Yo,
hmm
Insight, it's so true. I mean, I can confirm that too. I remember working with you way back in probably around the same years, '08, '09, and you had this incredible website already developed that nobody had a website like yours. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. On the real, yo. He would show me this stuff, and I'm like, yo, this guy's a genius.
Yeah, man.
This guy's
It's
a genius.
I think
Yeah,
it's just a matter of just getting in and just be willing to continue on where other people would quit, and just to love what you do, right? Because if you love it, then it'll make you can spend like n number of hours on something, and the time doesn't matter. You just try to master it, right? So
right.
that became, to me, more mastering what I was trying to do became more important than notoriety, or kind of. I'm always looking at, what am I trying to achieve, even if it doesn't, it isn't the best, or it's not the greatest, or I'm gonna fail. I stay on it. Like, people told me to, I mean, I remember people told me, oh, you'll never be a programmer. You'll never, you never make an application, because those guys, they do that all their whole life. And then my first app I made, when the iPhone came out, was a piece of music software, and got like, Apple just sent me like checks. Checks have started coming. I'm like,
Oh,
where's this money coming from? Right? And like, I'm sitting here with a guy that's telling me, just rap, shut up and rap. Don't do any software, you know. And then, on the other side, I had software people like, what are you doing? What are you doing in Switzerland? Or like, why are you in Germany? Like, come work for us. Like, Apple sent me a message like, when are you gonna move to Cupertino? I'm like, I'm on
wow.
tour. Yeah, so it's, and they have no knowledge of what I'm doing on the hip hop side, because they're not taking that serious. So it's, you got to have a goal and kind of go in your own direction and just believe in yourself.
Right, absolutely. There was a question that just popped up. It says, now that we have so many social media platforms and all these ways of getting the product directly to consumer, do you think that there is still an advantage to going to a major label?
Well, I know Ed will have, we both have,
I yeah, I
things to
mean,
say there.
yeah. My thought on that is, if you do go to a major label, you make them your partner. You make them work for you. You own your masters. That's what you negotiate first. You're keeping the masters first. If they want you bad enough, then they'll agree to any terms you kind of dictate. And you use majors as distributors. You use them for the power that they have to get you on radio, to get you, airplay and certain things like that. But keep all the creative stuff with yourself, and that would be my thoughts on that. You use them as a partner. No
Right.
more signing to them and them controlling your whole career and telling you, how you should do what you normally already been doing before them and making
Ab-
money.
Absolutely. As far as masters go, are you still getting paid off of I Got to Have It?
Yes, I still get my stuff from that, royalties and publishing. But it's through Universal Music Group, and they can, I don't want to say anything bad right now, but
Yeah.
Universal owns all of a whole bunch of historic rap albums that they gobbled up. And there's a bunch of my brothers, on the same side as me that, we would like to all get our masters back, man, but it's a little, thing
It's a
Right.
challenge.
with them. They don't want to just sell, and they want to sell for, outrageous prices and all kinds of crazy stuff. So,
Right.
but good thing
Right.
about me, I only did 2 albums with a major, and everything from 96 to today I own. So,
Wonderful.
and the last
Wonderful.
single I put out with a major label, I own that. The last 12-inch I put out with them as well. So,
That's
that's it.
beautiful.
But
Word.
Yo,
after we do our app, and then, and it goes worldwide, we coming, we coming for the masters. We're gonna get all them back, maybe
Yeah, we
everybody
getting
else, and
everything back.
we get everything
Everything
back,
back. Everything back.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love to see you guys together. I'm really looking forward to the new album. Seriously, I can't wait to hear the whole thing. You know, our time is cut short, but Insight, Ed O.G, if you got something to plug besides the album, here's your time to do it. And if you're working on something even after the album, go ahead and let it shine, yo. It's your time.
We got the. You want to tell them about the
You tell them.
surprise?
You tell them. You tell them.
Okay,
You tell them.
so we got we got a 360 video coming out. It's like a VR thing. Ed's doing a lot on that. He can elaborate on that. But that's coming out. It's sort of like you go for a ride with us, and you know you could like look around. It's crazy. So just let everybody know. Once that's there, because you either you got to be in VR or you got to go to the YouTube and check it out. And the other thing is just check the website is insightinnovates.com. And Ed, I know you got more stuff to add on to that too.
Yeah, I mean, like Sight was saying, man, we're doing a lot in VR. We're ahead of the curve with a lot of that stuff. Me and a few of my partners, man, my boy, Focus, we got Hip Hop in VR. Y'all check that page on Instagram. It's Hip Hop in VR. And me and Sight got a whole bunch of stuff that we're doing in there that's going to be a different experience to enjoy an album. That's all I can say. It'll be totally different.
It'll be fun.
A fun way of listening to a new album. So we got that coming. It'll probably come about a week or two after the album drops in the next few weeks or so. And y'all can really experience the album in a whole new different way. And ed-og.com for all my stuff, man.
Literally, we trying to make that thing perfect. I gotta like edit it again. We did it, but then Ed was like, yo, we gotta make it perfect. So we gonna do it again.
We gotta do it again, man. It gotta be totally right. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta make it right, yeah.
But we do got a lot of stuff coming. New videos dropping next week, so y'all check for that. Got a few new joints coming. So yeah, man, just stay in tune with what we doing, man, and support all the stuff too. Last. I got a weekly radio show on Jay's Hat Radio. That's Jam Master Jay. There's an app for that. It's called Jay's Hat Radio. Download that app and check me every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m. East Coast time. I'm playing classics and all the new joints from artists like myself who are still making music. We don't get a lot of radio play like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is something where you could hear your favorite artists and hear what they doing new. And I'm gonna be playing a bunch of new stuff off the album next Wednesday. So download that app, man, and rock with me on Jay's Hat.
Yo, for sure. I was just gonna say you made me think about something too, because I had a couple weeks back I had Rhyme Fest on my episode on my live, right? And I told him that I was gonna have you on. He was like, yo, tell Ed O.G I said what's up. He was a huge inspiration to me. And I'm like, this is the dude who wrote Jesus Walking
Exactly, man. Rhyme Fest, that's a good brother, man. Good brother. Salute to Rhyme Fest, of course, man. He's from the same era as me, so we all know each other from then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like we always coming up together, man. So love.
Dope. Fellas, thank you so much again for jumping on the Low Theory with
Salute.
me. I appreciate you both. Again, I'm going to support the album heavy. I'm going to promote it as much as I can do. But keep killing it. I'm looking forward to all the futuristic stuff that you guys got cracking.
Yeah, man, we got a bunch, man. So stay in tune with us, man.
All right, brothers. Be good.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.